wait, no, not on TikTok yet. That's starting up over here. You can see it in the corner over here on YouTube and Hang With Me. It's quite wide. You can see more of the area, but here on YouTube, it's a vertical live stream. And over here on TikTok, it'll also be a vertical live stream happening here in the internet. The spaces here on the internet. Just a second as I try to unlock this one. It's, of course, not recognizing my face, which looks the same, but yet, hey, it just doesn't always get it right? So we're gonna go live on. Sorry, there was a whole bunch of messages. Regardless, thanks for being here and being part of my live stream experience. This is a special live stream experience on This Is How I play with some old technology. I'll probably also film videos inside of this video, and I'm still technically getting dressed. That's right, I'm dressing up because I can. Now, you might be asking yourself, why is this guy wearing a vest? I just like having that type of style. Anyways, thanks for being here and being part of my live stream experience. It's here on the internet for you to be able to interact with me and other people. Be mindful of that. It's not just me and you hanging out in this live stream. There's also other people in the live chat, and that live chat's moderated by some great people as well that do show up and help me create a safe environment for you to be able to interact with me and other people. It's a positive live stream experience. Hopefully you keep it positive with me. It is what you make it. But the moderators that we have here on YouTube are Brandon, Liz, Gabby, Peaceful Kevin, Sarita Bonita, Danita Bonita, Juliet, Miranda Rosanna, Noah Leo, Dougie Lauren, Natalia. We also have Jam and Ray the Gatekeeper and Kajal, and those are the moderators we have here on YouTube. I appreciate all of them, and like and subscribe and be here if you want to be here for it, or rewatch it when you want to rewatch it. My live streams are rewatchable. If you are rewatching the live stream, you might want to check out to see if I'm live right now on any of the other platforms I also live stream on. But we're also here live on the Twitch live stream experience, where we got moderators as well, because there's also a live chat in there. The moderators that are here on Twitch are Burrito Diva, Lily, Jam, Ray the Gatekeeper, the Man of Things. We also have Kajal, Sarah Sarita Bonita the Citalita, and Natalia Papaya, Space Cheese, and Cool, also known as Mikey Milwaukee. And those are the moderators I have here in these spaces and places of the internet for you to be able to interact in the live chat. It's a pleasure to have you here. Share the live stream, like the live stream, support me on the other platforms I'm on. Like, you can follow me on Instagram. You can check me out on my Discord server and find out whenever I'm like live streaming and where I'm live streaming. I pop up here and there. Regardless, I do it when I can. Like this live stream right now, I was like, you know what, let's just do this. This will be nice. This is between things. I do have somewhere to go after this, but regardless, it's nice to just kind of take some time to film a live stream experience that could also be side videos for me to post later. When it comes to me making content on the internet, I do like to make short form videos and long form videos. We're going to be playing with some old technology in this live stream. So just to really start things up before I even start the live stream over there, we're going to use this Sony Watchman, and we're going to see what we can get to play on it. It's an old device, so when I say what we can get to play on it, I mean like if we can hook something up to it and actually watch something off of it. That's what we're going to try to do, and that's what's happening here in this live stream experience. And once we accomplish something like that, whether it's accomplished or not, we're still trying it out, and you're watching it happen here live. We'll also be live over here on TikTok in just a second, so I'll look down to talk to TikTok over here, but we're here on YouTube and we're here on Twitch, and it looks like we've got people jumping in and being part of it. It's always nice to see you later too. I'm not sure who just said that, but that's because I'm not really wearing my glasses, so I could kind of see you later, but I couldn't see who the person was that wrote it. Regardless, let's start live streaming on YouTube as well. Welcome to my live stream. I like to talk fast. I like to have some fun. Yeah, online for you to be able to observe and watch time and time again. Well, hello there, everyone on the Tickety Tuck. Thanks for being here and thanks for being part of it. This is a live stream experience where I'm going to be messing around with some old technology, but the live stream experience isn't just me hanging out with you, it's you hanging out with other people too in a live chat that has moderators like Mikey Milwaukee, Joe, Javier, Boba Gizmo, Grant that goes by the name Only Follow Ben, Juliet, Danita, Davita, Dorito, Burrito, Lizzie, Izzy, Rem, Abby, Banana Fana, Fo Fabi. We also have Jamie Lynn, Sarah Sarita Bonita the Citalita, and Ray the Gatekeeper, and Kajal that Foxy Citalita. Those are the moderators we have here on the TikTok live stream experience that's here for your entertainment. I'm not just on TikTok, I'm on YouTube and on Twitch as well. We're in the places and spaces of the internet for you to be able to interact with me in whichever medium you find to be most accessible to you. Tap on that screen and share the live stream experience. This is going to last forever. This is between things. I'll probably be summoned at some point in time, and then the live stream will end. But we're in the garage, and we're going to do some things with some technology here in this live stream for you to be able to observe me play around with some old tech and see if I can get it to work doing some other things. regardless, we need to give ourselves some power in this area. So give me a second. I need to actually stand up and plug something in, and I'll be right back sitting down with you to enjoy each other's company while I do try to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. When it comes down to the tie I'm wearing, this is the tie I'm wearing today. I know, right? Welcome. It's going to be fun. This is going to be a great live stream experience. Welcome to My Energy. If you're looking for someone with a lot of positive energy, this is the live stream to potentially be a part of. Really, honestly, it is what you make it at the end of the day. If you're looking for somebody to just kind of banter off of, I might be able to banter off of you a little bit. Who knows? Regardless, I don't always read the chat, but when I do, well, it's fun for me, and hopefully it's fun for you as well. Now, I'm tying the tie. If you've never tied a tie before and you want to know how to tie a tie, I guess you're going to be watching me do this in real time. So you want to take the tie and you want to do a cross thing. You want to just make that X. Now, you want to give yourself enough space to be able to go between your neck and the tie to be able to tie the tie. So you want to make sure to give yourself a good amount of slack. Not too much slack, because then it's going to be way too long. That's not something you want to do. Regardless, on top of us using old tech in this live stream, apparently now it's a walkthrough on how to tie a tie. It just kind of happens with me doing things here on the internet. Feel free to share the live stream experience and have fun being in it as it's here for you. I do try to make it fun for myself. That's why we're now doing this. This was not expected. No, I just wanted to start live streaming. I think for this tie, since it's so long and it's so thick, I'm going to do this much space, and that's going to make it so then it's still going to be a pretty big knot. If I want the knot to be smaller, then I start tying lower down, but then it's going to go, really far. It just won't be even. You want to make sure it's even. Now, I feel like I got it right here. This is where I want it to be. Yeah, no, that works. So after making the X, you go like this, and then you go over your hand right here, but then you do a thing where you can flip it. And after going over your hand, you moved one hand to over here to grab it from a different perspective so you can bring the tie through. So after bringing the tie through, you want to straighten it out just a tad bit. And then you just push it through right here. I've never done this so slow before. Well, I guess I did when I was learning, but doing it slow is actually kind of hard. Let's see if it comes out right. Yeah, it's coming out right. It's fine. You see how the tie itself, it was just a couple of loops around, and it just ties on it ties on the tie itself. Makes some sense. Anyways, thanks for being here, guys, and thanks for being part of it. I don't know who you are, where you are. I can get to know you if you want me to get to know you to a certain degree. I'm a 35-year-old bachelor looking for that special lady to settle down with. That's right. And I am here for your entertainment in this live stream. If you're looking for it, well, right now it's not old technology that I'm actually messing with. I'm actually just tying a tie and showing you how I do that. So now, after doing that, I'm just making sure I got it right. It looks like I got something a little wrong. I think I twisted. You know what? It's fine. It doesn't need to be perfect. Now, it's a hot day, so I'm not going to button the top button, and I'm going to do a different type of style when it comes to me having the tie on. We're going to just tighten it up just a bit more, get it into place, but make it a little loose. Make it just a little loose. It's still going to look good. We have the buttons here that'll also end up being good for it. Plus, I'm wearing a vest, so I don't really need the tie to be very, very perfect. It just needs to be good enough. Yeah, and this tie is actually a pretty good one. I do like it myself. I'm checking myself out while also live streaming to you in this environment of the internet for you to be able to, see what you like. When it comes to watching the live stream, hopefully you guys are enjoying the environment I'm trying to create here. Do come back time and time again. I try to do 90 minutes of live streaming a day. This is the live stream for the day because I'm going out tonight. And it's also why I guess I'm dressing up a little bit. No, it's because it's that time of the year. Seasons are about to change and it's not as hot, but I still am dressing like it is going to be hot. So I'm not buttoning the top button, which actually makes a huge difference if you wear a tie and a vest. And if you just kind of loosen your tie a little bit and unbutton the top button, it makes it a lot more bearable to be able to pull off this fashion sense. And in a situation where you feel like you just need to tighten it up, it's real easy to button it up and tighten it up. So if you feel like you need to do it, you can. If you just kind of want to have the tie and to have the fashion statement in general, well, I mean, you don't need to make it super tight. Also, you can make it look good having it be loose. That's a thing. Yeah. And, I'm wearing a belt. I also have shoes that I need to put on, but I really don't feel like doing that part right now. No, not while I'm doing this live stream. We're going to fixate and focus on this Sony Watchman right here, where we're going to try to actually play the Nintendo Switch off of the Sony Watchman. The Sony Watchman is some retro tech for you. This is a retro tech live stream experience, so share it. And if you're rewatching it, then it's just a standalone video here on YouTube and on Twitch. The horizontal live streams on Twitch, the vertical live streams on YouTube, and I'm just kind of assessing what we're dealing with here. Let's slip this out and let's just jump right into it. When it comes to me doing what I can in these live streams, well, honestly, I have a great time creating a space and a place. So if you like it, you got to be a follower. Keep coming back for it. Check me out on Instagram and join my Discord server to be part of the conversation outside of the live streams. If you want to talk to the people that are here, right? So the 4 AA batteries go here. If you're making friends and you're really enjoying the environment, well, I hope I can create a space for you to continuously come back to. Just chit chat within that chat. There might be a lot of like-minded people that are also in the chat as well. And don't disregard that we're all people. Well, you might not be a person. If you're a robot or a program or an algorithm, I still appreciate you as well. It's nice to have you here, especially here on the interweb, where we've got programs, robots, algorithms present most of the time. Probably half of the interaction that ends up happening online really ends up being with bots, which is a little strange at times. But you know what? Who's a robot? Who's not a robot? Who's AI? Who's not AI? I'm not here to say that. I'm not here to decide who's AI, who's not AI. I'm just here to support whoever you are when you come into the live stream. Whether you're a robot or a person, I'm happy to be here for you and hopefully provide you with some entertainment. If you find it to be entertaining, I really do hope you decide to tell me. Yeah, that's right, tell me. Or just be a follower. Or tap on that screen and share the live stream experience. The more likes I get, the more the algorithm shares it. The more you share it, the more the algorithm shares it. It's all kind of playing hand in hand. Anyways, I'm here in the spaces and places of the internet to entertain, so do feel free to check out that other content I create. We need to go and grab power cord. I need power because I need to make sure that I have electricity if I need to use it. Okay, so that's provided me with some power. I guess I should have done that first, but you know what? We're gonna just play it little by little. When it comes down to it, let's make sure to get something already on the screen, so then when I get it to work, we already have something ready to go. And that's just me being positive, hoping I can figure this out. I really actually don't know if this is going to work. So this is a live stream experience where you're watching me do something that's completely unscripted. I have no idea if this is actually going to work because I haven't tested this at all, but it should work within theory. There's also some backup stuff for me to be able to try if it doesn't work. But it really should work. I don't see why it shouldn't. Well, then again, I don't know everything, so that might be part of it. Where is the... Ah, there it is. So we're going to put the switch on. There we go. Mario's right here. And you can see that on the screen that's behind me. So there's a screen behind me right here. You can't see it very well here on TikTok, but here on YouTube you can see it relatively well. And over there on the Twitch, I'm pretty sure you can see it too. Anyways, I do hope everyone's having a good day and is, available for some time to hang out with me. Yeah, we're going to be doing some stuff real quick. I should also tuck in my shirt. Gosh, and tighten up my vest. No. It ripped? When did that happen? I can feel it. It ripped in the back. It's okay. These things happen. It probably ripped in transit. I was moving not too long ago. This vest is one of my favorite vests, so the fact that it's ripped is pretty sad. I can feel that it's ripped, so it's not going to fit me right. It'll be a little baggy. It's a sad day now. No, it's going to be all right. You know what? I'm not going to fixate on it. Bummed. I can feel that it's definitely ripped. I don't even know if this is going to work. I'm tightening it. No, it's probably not going to work. Well, let's just assess it a little bit. Yeah, there's a rip back there. I don't know when that happened, but it happened. It did. But we're going to just make sure this part's now done. There we go. Now I'm fully dressed. Tucked in. And ready to continue and commence the live stream experience here for your entertainment, where we're going to take Mario on the screen behind me and we're going to try to put him onto this Watchman. Yeah, so Mario's on a Nintendo Switch where it is broadcasting a signal at 720, and I believe this plays things at 400 by 600. So the likelihood that this works is still a 50-50 in my opinion, but we are going to downgrade it just a bit. Looks like Joe's in the room. Everyone give a shout out to Joe. Nice to see you here, Joe. I actually have not been looking at the chat very much, but I do appreciate people coming in and being part of the live stream experience. It's nice to have you guys here. Do feel free to interact with me and the other peeps that are here in the live stream experience. We're gonna have to plug this in. This is gonna be a converter. I really actually have no idea this is gonna work. So let's have some fun with it. I got the batteries that I need because I couldn't find. So I need, if I do DC, it needs to be 6 volts, and I'm just not gonna risk it with using just a random one. So we're gonna take some batteries, and we're gonna put some batteries in here and see if it works. So it looks like the batteries that were left in here left a little bit of residue, and looks like they kind of, well, there's a wire brush over here. There should be, but it's not here. It was just here the other day. I swear I used it and then I didn't put it back. I guess not. There's usually a wire brush here somewhere. And there isn't one at the time being. Let's continue on and just kind of like forget about that for a second. What else could I use to kind of, well, it is a little weird that it's not here. I did feel like I used it the other day, but you know what? Maybe someone else used it. Maybe I didn't use it and I saw it. We're just gonna get off a little bit of this stuff. There it goes. Yeah, that's working. Slowly, it would go a lot faster if I had a wire brush, but you know, these things do happen. Anyways, thanks for being here. Share the live stream experience. This is the live stream I'm doing today for you to be able to rewatch when you want. It is a live stream experience that's happening here for a little while. I normally like to live stream for about 90 minutes, but this might be a short video. This might be a long video, depending on what we end up actually accomplishing. If I get it to work, I want to try a couple of other things. If I don't get it to work, well, I mean, it'll be a shame. But I did get off some of this stuff. It's, you know, let's just try it. Although blue is normally not good to see. All right, so it's a little cartridge of 4 AA batteries goes into this aspect of it. Right, and then I make sure to slide it in with orange touching orange as instructed. And then I slide it in here, and moment of truth just to see if it works. I haven't plugged this in for years, so it should be on radio already. Okay, it works. All right, so it's not going to connect to get a reception because we don't broadcast in these frequencies anymore. We do HD frequencies, but I can tune it, and I'm just doing a double check just so you can see. It's a fuzzy screen that's going on right there, and that's just static right there. It is actually working. I'm just not catching any signals, which is expected. And let's put the volume all the way up and see if the radio works. Doesn't seem like it does. Yeah, I have my hearing aids in and I can't hear anything from the radio, but it says that it's connecting to FM. You know what? We're going back to the TV setting. So the TV's back on. We'll prop it up. To be honest, I kind of like the way this looks, so I'm filming just a tiny video inside of a video, but this video is just a video that's filming that it's like working. I just kind of want to get a good shot of this just for like 10 seconds, just to have it, you know? Also, I could send it to the people that have asked me if this still works. It still works. The thing is that it just gets so much static right now because None of the frequencies are going to pick up any signals to play on this thing. So let's see. We'll also put that this way, because if it starts to work, the place that you'll probably see it best is the TikTok live stream, is where you'll actually be able to see whatever I can get over to it. So let's try to send it a signal, and let's try to play something on the actual screen that's here, now that we know the screen works, but doesn't connect. So this doesn't even need to be extended. No reason for it to be extended, because it cannot pick up any of those waves. We just don't broadcast like that anymore. Ain't that a shame? Yeah, I guess it's fine. So now we have this part, which is I'm going to try to do a video cable. I haven't done a setup like this in quite a while. So I used to do things like this more often, but, you know, like connecting multiple screens together and whatnot, but everything got updated, so I basically have not used RCA cables for years, but we have to use at least a video cable. I do have RCA cables, I just don't feel like they're gonna work right, so we're gonna put one RCA cable here. We're gonna plug in, dang it. That's not good, everything shut off. Hold on, that is my bad. Look at me making mistakes while I'm also doing this live stream. Thanks for being here, guys. Share the live stream experience. Have fun being in the room. I'll try to interact in a little while. Right now, you're just watching me try to actually send a video signal to this Sony Watchman from the Nintendo Switch to the Sony Watchman. And if that doesn't work, we're actually going to try something else. But I would like this to work first. Theoretically and whatnot, it should work, right? I mean, will it work? Just keep watching. Let's find out together. That's the exciting part about my live streams. It's you hanging out with me hanging out with you. That's right. I'm here for you. You're here for me in a live stream that does happen daily. And I do like it when people also check me out on the other platforms as well. But do feel free to make it a space and a place that you enjoy to be in by interacting in the live chat and keeping it PG, but talking to the other people that are here. Crosstalk's always encouraged. It's a nice space. It's a nice place. Thanks for sharing the live stream, and thanks for being here, and thanks for Alejandro the Handsomest? Who's Alejandro the Handsomest? That does sound like a great person's name. Or a great name for someone. Like, if that was their last name or something. Yeah, something like that. Anyways, where did the Nintendo... Alright. So, I gotta put the Nintendo back on. That's weird. So, no signal. Let's try that. Right, things were unplugged. Let's make sure everything's plugged back in. When things lose power and then regain power, well, I mean, like, it can be an inconvenience, but it just happens sometimes. So Mario is right there. So I put Mario right here. And then this thing, input, HDMI 1. This should work. Wait, is it HDMI 1 or HDMI 2? Let's find out. It should be 1. That's strange. Now I'm not getting a signal to the TV at all. Who would have thought? Regardless, we're here doing it, making something happen here on this live stream. Is a fun place and space for me to create for you, and hopefully you're having fun creating it for me too in a way. I mean, it is what you make it. You can create it to be a great experience if you want to create it to be one. This one seems like it's damaged. All right, so we're using this HDMI. Also, why isn't this showing up? All right, so these are HDMIs. Let's slide this back into the dock. Oh, it got pushed in. That's weird. I can't really fix that, can I? No, that's kind of strange. Well, let's see if it works. No, it's not working. Now, has this happened to anybody with their Switch before? Where their Switch no longer docks? I mean, I can see that the USB-C that's there. Well, I've ran into another issue. So unexpectedly, I'm having a hard time with the tech that's more recent than the tech that's previous. Yeah, the dock on Nintendo Switch looks like it just isn't working anymore, which is kind of strange. That piece used to be pushed out further. Can I push this off? Does this side come off? No, that's not right. I've never seen it like this before. Well, I have tweezers for a reason. Oh. Okay. Good. So it just like got stuck because when you pushes down, it pushes it into place. Dang. There it goes. All right, now the signal should show up there. Or is it not? My, oh my, it's not. Let's do a disconnect. I didn't expect to have this problem, but I guess, you know, problems happen. We lost power from everything, so I guess replugging everything in might actually be a good call. This is the splitter that I'm going to use to try to put it on two different monitors. And then we have the signal that goes out to the TV that's behind me. This one goes to the Switch. You know, figuring it out. And this one goes to... Let's just try this. Even though I'm not getting a signal right now, we're just going to go through the process and just see if I can at least get it to recognize something. I could plug the Switch directly in to this, but if we do this right, it should go this way. Video in here. It'd be weird if this shows up here, not there. So this is on. That's interesting. So no more static. Static. No more static. Static. No more static. Because I'm plugging the video cable in. So it can read that it's actually getting a signal from here, but it's not really getting a signal yet. It will get one, but I do see that that cable does actually still do what the cable does. Let's try to get the Switch to locate itself back onto this screen, which I'm not really sure why this isn't working, but we're going to find out together why it's not working. Yeah, or you know what? We might not be able to accomplish it. Regardless, we're going to still try. We're going to figure it out. Or maybe we should move on to... yeah, we might need to do Plan B. Which Plan B is using an old iPod. Which I don't know if that'll work. That seems less feasible. But right now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the signal straight from there. We're just going to plug it in. We're just going to see if this works. So the Switch should realize that it's on something. It doesn't. It's not realizing it. Or if it is... Okay, so that's definitely not working there. Alright. But the Switch itself isn't even connecting to this TV, which is a problem on its own. But let's double check and make sure that this cable still works. Ah, I guess the dock's not working anymore? That doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't the dock be working? Oh, I know why the dock's not working. I get this. Alright, I did this to myself. Silly me. It's a power issue. Let's get this back in. All right, so that's now back in, and then let's put this one back over here. And I got to get the power restored. This needs to be plugged in elsewhere. This needs to be plugged back in. Yeah, I made a huge mistake there. I think that this can work. I feel like I just need to send the signal to multiple places. If I can bounce it around, I feel like that's going to be what kind of saves it. That should now work. Yeah, that was dumb. And then this needs to go here. All right, still nothing. Well, now, oh, that makes sense. It's not sending the signal to anything, but it will be in just a second. So let's do this one. So sending the signal into that splitter and then into this splitter. Let's see if it worked. Okay, so it does not work. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. Let's see if we can get it. So this has brought it down to 1080p. I don't know why so I need to put it in 720. I don't know why I did 1080p. Of course that wasn't gonna work. Let's just unplug it again. Plug this in deeper. Video in. Oh, well, I need the display to be. All right, so there's Mario. Let's see if we can get Mario over here. Oops. Video in. I need to I think I can't send a 720. So if I send 720, I'm sending a video signal that's at 720. And it's 1280 by 720 is the actual dimensions of the image that's being now sent. But this is 400 by 600. So I don't think that that's, really going to work. Ish. I was hoping it would work. Sometimes these things just end up working. But this definitely doesn't work. But we are going to try something else. I wonder if it works with the GameCube. That would be an interesting thing. Or maybe the N64 might work. I can still get the video cable to work. Anything that uses a video cable that's also an RCA, so like maybe an old VHS player. I'm thinking out loud. You're watching me figure this out in real time. Welcome to my live stream. Feel free to be here with the other people that are here. Tap on that screen and feel free to be in the live stream experience as I'm figuring something out. I also made it harder for myself and easier for myself. It's just all part of the process. If you just like watching people do things in general and you want to watch this guy do something in reality, it's reality TV for you. Here on the interweb of YouTube, Twitch, and the TikTok. Follow me in any of those places and spaces, and also check me out on Instagram and join my Discord server to be part of the conversation outside of the live stream experience, where you can talk to me and the other people that are here on a regular basis. This is retro tech for you here in this live stream experience, so share the live stream with anybody that you know likes to look and watch people mess with old technology. This is a Sony Watchman, and we're just trying to figure out if we can get things onto it. We're going to try one more time with a different HDMI, because there's a slight chance that this HDMI also just doesn't work anymore. But we did try a direct connection from the switch, but that was at a much higher quality. I think the switch can be set to do it at 480. I believe it can. So maybe that'll work if I switch. Yeah, but let's make sure the settings on the switch actually were as low as they are, because I don't want the switch to be giving me a signal that can't be seen on this little TV. And I think that even though this says that it does 720 and 1080p, if I send it a signal that's lower, I believe it'll still end up working. It's usually like you can go down, you can't go up when it comes to like sending a video signal. You can send a video signal that's of a weaker magnitude using cables that are like for 4K TVs. For the most part, I've seen it happen before. I've even done it before, but I'm failing at doing it right now. But I do feel like I'm gonna actually succeed, maybe. Positive energy. Anyways, welcome to my live stream experience. Hopefully you're having a good day. If you're not having a good day, well, maybe you can just have fun watching me kind of mess around with the Sony Watchman. The Sony Watchman's very viewable here on the TikTok live stream experience, but not so much here on the YouTube and the Twitch, where you might not really be able to see that this screen right here is all fuzzy, and it is picking up somewhat of a signal. We are looking for some settings. I believe the settings I need to go into are going to be TV settings. So we've got 720. Let's do 480p. This might end up picking up a signal as we're doing this. Full range. Let's do like a limited range. Adjust screen size. No. Match TV power. Stereo. Whatever. I feel like all of that's going to be fine. So now I got to do a double check over here. Still nothing. There's no image right there. But let's also change the HDMI, because I suspect that this HDMI... yeah, it's just a little dirty. Doesn't look like it works that well. But you know what? I was giving it a chance. I wanted to give it a try. I wanted to see if it could, rise back up and be the HDMI it used to be. These are my old HDMI cables. I have 4K one too. I have a 4K one as well, but I don't really want to use the 4K ones. I've already packed them since, I'm living in between places, and I'm just live streaming here in my garage as or in my parents' garage as a temporary setup. So do feel free to continue to follow me and the shenanigans I do throughout my days, as I do try to document them to the best of my abilities here on the interweb for you to be able to participate in my life to a certain degree, appropriately. There's some boundaries, regardless, it's your favorite streamer. Meowishly, thanks for being here and thanks for joining in. You caught my eye. It's nice to have you jump in. Always nice to see people are coming back for it. Did that work? No, it didn't. I don't want to try like 100 HDMIs, but these two HDMIs are the oldest ones I have, and they just might not work anymore. So I don't know if I'm actually doing that right. We could use the GameCube. I think I've even put the GameCube on this as like a test when I was younger, because I had this thing my whole life, because my dad bought it in like the 80s or something, because it's his. And there's just like a moment in my life where I realized that no one was really using it, and I wanted to stay up late and watch The Simpsons that aired at 11 o'clock. But my bedtime was, like, I think 9 o'clock. And I would just sometimes I'd fall asleep before it happened. Other times I'd stay awake and I'd watch The Simpsons at 11 o'clock at night with like headphones in underneath my sheets, watching it on this little TV. And that's like a legitimate thing that I really, I can't believe I did it. But I remember when I used to do it, I used to say to myself, man, I can't wait for the future. And like, this will be way easier. Because what you had to do was you had to get under the covers and you had to you had to extend this all the way, position it in a way so then it got the signal, and you had to try to stay under the covers the whole time with headphones in, those like brick headphones that we used to have back in the day where it's like plastic. They was kind of flimsy, but it wasn't like the most flimsiest of plastics, but it was still a flimsy plastic thing going on. My playing under the covers with my Game Boy and Zelda. A lot of people did Game Boys and Zelda, so you can relate if you had a Game Boy or if you had a Nintendo DS or if you had a PSP. When you were told to go to bed and if you had it with you, you kind of like hid it under the covers. I never got caught doing it, so I was really like stealthy with it, and eventually I ended up telling my mom. Just for kicks. Anyways, thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for being part of it. I do see the regulars are in the room. This live stream's not going to last forever, so share the live stream with whoever you know likes to watch my live streams, or if you have friends that you would, be like, hey, you should watch this guy. He's wearing a vest. Maybe you do have friends that are saying they are looking for people wearing vests to see different styles. This might be the live stream to share with them, or maybe you're just sharing a video like this that's rewatchable, because then it just becomes its own standalone thing. Let's find out what to do here. So if I take this all the way over, put it back onto Mario, and we try one more test, getting a new HDMI cable to work. Maybe one that we know works. So I'm going to use this one because I know it works. It's hard to get out, but I'll get it out. There we go, I got it. All right, so this one's a pretty long cable though, but let's see if this ends up working. So if I plug this one in right here, moment of truth, let's see if it works. I'm gonna let you see it from that angle. So let's see, this is what? HDMI, it's a double table, so we're gonna use number two. Number two, perfect. All right, let's see if that works. Doesn't look like it's working. Let's move around a little bit. Any type of image. Nothing. Video in. No, it's not working. Well, we tried. Honestly, it's retro tech for you, and we are definitely going to try one more thing. We did try to get it to work using multiple splitters, trying to spread out that signal to downvert it. It's that 480p, it still might be too high, so I don't know if that's like the case that we're running into, or it's just like I need to make sure to make it a... Oh, well, there's also... So UHF and VHF, well, that's... Let's just see if that ends up getting any signals. We didn't do the... No, nothing. Close? No, really nothing. Not even close. Yeah, it's a tube TV inside this thing, basically. Tiny tube TV. If anyone is broadcasting on these, they shouldn't be. But I guess you could technically still broadcast. Nah, those lines look weird. And then if I do this, off TV. All right, let's try one more thing. So we're going to play with some more retro tech here in this live stream experience. If you're familiar with the original iPod, I'm going to bring out the original iPod. I moved recently, so I had to look at all this stuff. And really, at the end of the day, there's a certain amount of things that I'm going to end up keeping, but I don't know how long they're going to stay intact. Now, this is my original iPod for you. This one was from the early 2000s. It's an iPod Color, and it has movies on it. And we're going to try to play one of the movies that's on this on there. I know it has movies on it, and probably like an episode of Futurama. There's a likelihood it doesn't work, so we're going to try it. And if you're thinking to yourself, wait, how are you going to separate? Well, we're going to use this adapter, which was made to do this. So we're going to send it out through an HDMI, but we're also going to have to plug in for power. So we're going to give it some power. Ah, dang it. I don't have enough plugs? That's weird. No, I think I do have enough. Wait, no, I don't. I definitely do not. So we have to unplug this. We'll have to find a place to plug that in a moment. We're going to make sure that the iPod works first. That's really the goal right here, is to make sure the iPod works. But the iPod's right here. The old Sony Watchman's right there. It's still doing its thing with showing that fuzziness. But the iPhone, or not the iPhone, the iPod needs a charger plugged into it, like that. These are the old chargers for it. I don't know if this is going to work. We're finding that out together too. So we're going to plug this in now, and it works. It's turning on. Okay, so that is turning on. Wow. It's having a hard time, but I can tell that it is on. Or you know what? I'm gonna try to charge it first. No, I can't believe, it's working. Let's just leave it alone. The last time this was used was 10 years ago, in 2015. The circumstances led to a situation that I wasn't allowed to bring technology with me. I didn't have the ability to bring an iPhone or anything like that that had any access to the Wi-Fi. And luckily I still had this, so I brought it with me and I was still able to like listen to music and watch a couple things, but technology was limited in this one place that I went to. I think I still have my iPod Nano somewhere. I don't have a charger though. Yeah, you need the charger. You do need the charger to make this happen. It is charging. It says that the battery is... It's giving me an error message, but I like can't read it. I'm filming it to try to... No, let's take a photo of it. I can't even take a photo of it? What is this? It says... something about the battery. Let's unplug this. Unplug this. Plug this directly in. It's turning on again. The thing is, it's so dim. I can see that the Apple logo's there, but I can't even show it to you or take a picture of it really well. And it's giving me that error message again. The error message says something about battery. I guess I got to take it out of the case. So, very what? Very low battery. It says, please wait. Very low battery. Yeah, please wait. Very low battery. Hey, I got it. Look at that. It just took me a little while to be able to like actually read it. It's so dim. Yeah, so please wait. Very low battery. We're going to let this just charge. I'll be surprised if this ends up working in general, but it is 2005? It's 20 years old, something like that. Wait, when did the iPod Color come out? I think I got this when I was 2007, around 2007. So it's about 20 years old. Gosh. Yeah, and it's trying to charge. So we've gotten this to at least turn on, which is the Sony Watchman, which we'll put it in its nice little case. No reason to leave it out of that nice little case. I mean, it's going to protect it. Keep that quality nice and pristine. Yeah, that's what we want. We want that. I think, it's nice to have you guys in the room, and I think it's a nice experience to play with some retro tech when I'm provided at least the opportunity. This is the Sony Watchman, which is a pretty good retro tech piece of technology to have around. I'll set it up the way that, like, you're supposed to set it up when it's in this case, which, it's like if you're watching TV out on the go and you're like really like the weather's just not agreeing with you, whether it's like a drizzly day or a really sunny day, you can put the little hood on and you can still watch TV. You can see it pretty well there on YouTube. It does look like you can actually see that there's static right there. This is what it looks like when you set it up properly, and this is the retro tech of Sony Watchman for you. So that's at least being observed here in this live stream. As we're still waiting for the iPhone to gain some power. It still says, please wait, very low battery. Now that I see it, I can't unsee it. But, I definitely couldn't see it at first. Give me 1 second. Just, checking these things of the internet where there's just like, me doing things later, but me here with you right now, here in the spaces and places of the internet, such as TikTok, YouTube, and on Twitch. It's a space, it's a place for me to be able to hang out with you. I appreciate all the likes and all the shares, guys. Keep tapping on the screen and let's see how many more people can get in the room. I'll probably be here for another 30 minutes. I do like to live stream for at least 90 minutes a day, so if you do want to come back and be part of the community I'm establishing here in my live streams, where it's me talking to you and you talking to potentially other people and maybe making a friend with those great moderators I have in the room that are of the many. They're not always here, but some of them are here at different points in time, and I appreciate any of them that decide to show up. It is a space and a place that I do appreciate everyone for showing up in general, even if you're just a viewer, when it comes to me doing the experience that's you know, TikTok and YouTube and Twitch. I'm still figuring things out since I've been live streaming for only about a year now. In a couple of weeks, it'll be 1 year since I started live streaming, and I'm gonna actually, reassess the situation. Maybe like change it up a little bit. That's also why I do want to move somewhere that'll be a better and easier place for me to be able to do my live stream experiences, potentially with collaboration in hand. Who knows? Regardless, I'm looking for something different in general. So if you're down to watch me go through the things in my life and or sort through old boxes too. I'm gonna probably get rid of a whole bunch of things before I even find any place. There's some boxes I want to go through, some books I gotta get rid of. The usual. You collect things over the years, and it is kind of nice to pick up everything and kind of move things to a new location and see what you got. And we gotta celebrate your streaming anniversary. We do, Danita. We do have to celebrate this streaming anniversary. I don't know what we'll end up doing, but most likely it'll be an adventure. Yes, an adventure nonetheless. You can rewatch most of my live streams from when I started, actually. The very first live stream experience I did is here on YouTube for you to be able to rewatch whenever you want. And it's a live stream where I was trying to show that I couldn't live stream on TikTok, but I ended up being able to live stream on TikTok while also live streaming on YouTube, which I got approved to live stream on YouTube first before I got approved on TikTok. But then the day I tried to live stream on TikTok while also live streaming on YouTube, I think TikTok just picked up on it and was like, oh, well, we got to let this guy live stream. He's live streaming somewhere else right now. So it still says very low battery. I guess I just got to leave this in the charger. We might not be able to do this test right now, but I am surprised that it even works at all. It's very dim. It's hard to read the screen. I probably need to take that case off. But I really love this case. Back in the day when you had a ton of things in your pocket, which was kind of the name of the game back in the up until the late 2000s, you had just so many devices to be able to make things happen. Like photos, you need to make sure to bring a camera with you because your phone on your camera wasn't going to be doing a good job. That's just kind of how that was. So you had to have enough space in your pocket to basically bring an arsenal of things, even a charger with you. Not chargers for everything, because phones generally didn't die that fast. You really only used it for phone calls. But it is a forever changing experience with the type of technology we have in our pockets. Things get smaller, things get bigger. It will be a good time. Yeah, we do need cake when I get to my streaming anniversary, which I gotta see when that actually is. I need to look back at my live streams here on YouTube to see that first live stream experience that's recorded for people to be able to rewatch. And I'm sure I think it was the last week of September, or it might have been the first week of October. But this is still basically already happening. Hey, Peaceful Kevin, thanks for being here and thanks for being part of it. I do appreciate people jumping in and being in my live stream. This is the live stream today on the platforms for you to be able to rewatch on YouTube and on Twitch. I might do another live stream later on tonight. We'll see what ends up happening. Regardless, we're playing with some retro tech, and we're actually just being very patient, waiting for this old iPod Color. I keep calling it an iPhone, but it is an iPod Color to just get some battery life to work. And if it does end up working, we're going to take this signal, we're going to try to shove it into this thing to send it over there to that thing, to make it so then whatever's here can be seen over there, which this may work, it may not work. But when it comes to this older tech, sometimes it ends up working out. Yep, all right, so it's almost there. It is still charging. Man, it's a rare thing for me to have all the... Yeah, look, there it goes. So now you can read the screen. You see how there's an apple there? Yeah, because it still works. All right, so it's going. But yeah, it is actually brighter now. The screen's brighter, but it looks like it just kind of collapsed on itself. Yeah, all right. It went back to, please wait, very low battery. It almost worked. Maybe I shouldn't have moved it. Moving it might have been too much for it. Regardless, we're going to leave it in the charger and we're going to see if it ends up working. I don't really feel good about leaving it in the charger without supervision because old technology can be dangerous. I really actually don't know if that's true or not. But I do feel like it doesn't hurt saying it. Be cautious with old technology. Actually, there is my old iPhone. My iPhone Thor. It looks like it exploded. It's been kept in a Ziploc bag for quite a while, and it just It just doesn't look. I'll show it to you one day. Regardless, continue to follow my live stream experience. There'll be a standalone video that I'll end up doing as a short form video where I show what my iPhone 4 looks like. I'll do that video soon. I'm actually having fun creating different types of content for you to watch. I do enjoy doing these videos of live streams, that is, but I also enjoy creating that short form content for you too. So check it out and be a follower if you want to be a follower. Keep coming back for it if you want to come back for it. Safety first, indeed, Peaceful Kevin. That's the way we should always be approaching a lot of different things. We're waiting to see if this does work. It really feels like it's not going to work, but we still got Mario on behind me. Look, see? Mario. It's Mario Odyssey. And we've got the adapter we need to do this. This is still showing lots of static. You know, I had to just double check it. It's hard for me to see the screen from where I am. Anyways, thanks for liking the live stream. Thanks for being here, guys, and making it a special space and place for me. I'm still waiting for this iPhone or iPod Color to finish charging. Oh, dang it. I need to not pick it up. Okay, it's back on again. We're just going to let it sit there for a second. I'm going to film it over here. Maybe film a video inside of a video. No, did it just lose itself again? It did. So it's having a hard time getting past the opening screen without shutting down and saying that it needs more battery life. You can't really see. Maybe I switched the cable up. Maybe this cable's not good. I still have two of these older cables. This one's thinner. This might be a bad idea, but let's switch it up. Why not, right? Let's just switch it up. I'm unplugging and plugging this one in now. Oh, okay. This cable might be better. Let's find out together. Anyways, welcome to my live stream. I hope you're having a good day. If you're not having a good day, you can tell me all about it in the future, potentially. If you join my Discord server, you can vent about it. That's right, we have a Discord server that has spaces and places for people to be able to interact. Do be nice to each other, have fun in the chat, be nice to my moderators, and keep coming back for the live stream experience on a daily basis, where I try to create a space and a place for you to be able to interact with me and other people. It's a challenge to keep it PG at times, even with me talking and ranting and not always paying attention to what I'm talking about. That's right, sometimes I just say things. Anyways, it does happen here, so be part of it if you want to be part of it. Nice to be here with you too, Lumi. Thanks for joining in and thanks for being here. We are doing a little bit of a test with the Watchmen stuff. This is some old retro tech live stream experience. This is an old retro tech live stream experience for you, where we're trying to get this iPod Color to work again, which it's turned on twice and shut itself off, saying that it's a very low battery. Yeah, it says, please wait, very low battery, which, you know, it's great to still see that this thing works. When I last used it in 2015 for 1 month, the battery lasted for about 3 hours. You know, it didn't last for that long, so I know the battery was starting to go south anyways. These things don't last forever. No technology lasts forever. The more you use it, the more it's weared and teared. And then that's a thing, you know, the wear and tear of technology. Wordle? Looks like Peaceful Kevin's doing a great job on Wordle. And when it comes down to us trying to create an environment for people to be able to get to know other people in the room, hopefully you're having fun being part of it. I don't want to miss it. I think it's doing it again. Yeah, look, there it goes. So now it's on the screen. It's turning on. This old iPod's turning on. The iPod Color might make it past the Apple logo. Is it going to make it past? Oh, it didn't do it. And it says, it goes back to the error message saying, please wait, very low battery. You can't see it, but it's really dim. And that's what it looks like when I try to start up my iPod Color. What's it look like when you try to start up your iPod Color? Does it end up working? Does it not end up working? Mine's not really working. Love to see what it looks like when you're trying to get an iPod Color to work. If you can get yours to work again. I still had the cable, but not everyone has their cables. I had the cable with it, and I used it about 9 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. That's the last time I used it, but now it definitely doesn't want to work. Videos inside of videos, people. Yeah. That was a video that you could also show me what it looks like when you do that same thing I just did, which was my iPod Color actually is not working, so I'm troubleshooting with it. So I'm going to post that, and hopefully people out there might have a quick fix for me. It does say that very low battery please wait, very low battery. So we're gonna see if it works again. We're gonna also film the situation now that I have this kind of set up. Let's get the power cables just a little closer. Why is this stuck? Oh, that's why. Lots of cables, we're good. All right, so we're just I'm giving myself a little more slack because I needed to like lean, and I just feel like that wasn't working since I'm live streaming here from Radio Shack. You had a SanDisk MP3 player? Wow, that's impressive. Yes. From Radio Shack. Just going to Radio Shack, that's what's impressive about it. Honestly, I miss Radio Shack, but they kind of shot themselves in the foot. It's not like technology went away. They just stopped selling the technology that people were trying to buy. Oh, it's doing it again. It's turning on. And the Apple logo has appeared after plugging in the charger. And does it make it? It didn't make it to the menu screen. And now it's displaying a screen that's very dim that says, please wait, battery very low. That's what it says, and that's what it looks like when I try to start up my old iPod Color. What's it look like when you try to start up your old iPod Color? Does it get past the Apple logo, or does it just go back to the dim screen that says, please wait, battery very low? It's retro tech for you. It is 20 years old. But you see that? Can you see it? It's so dim, but it's there. Please wait, very low battery. Oh, you can see it, because I can see it through this screen. And you see how it says, please wait, very low battery? This is what it looks like when the iPod Color is trying to start up. What's it look like when your iPod Color is trying to start up and it's realized that it has very low battery and it wants you to please wait? Apple was so polite back in the day. Yeah, that's some retro technology for you as it's trying to get the power back on. It's 20 years old. Yep, 20 years old. So that's been 3 times, I believe, that I've tried to start it up. Let's see if this time works. I'll probably end up posting one of those videos today because I do want to see if I can get any feedback from people. If you know any information about trying to start up an old iPod Color, do feel free to send some messages to me about it. Or if there's anything on the web that you're like, hey, you can let me know now. I mean, that's why GameStop sells phones now. GameStop does sell phones now, Andre? That's crazy. Yeah, why did the fail? Yeah, Radio Shack shouldn't have failed, honestly. Radio Shack sold technology. It's not like we stopped using technology. They just stopped selling the technology that we wanted to buy most of the time. And they didn't have, like, great deals. And they still had, like, the little tiny things that you really needed for adapters, but people stopped needing the adapters. So their business model was, like, based on you being able to fix a radio, which people just stopped doing. Or like this thing right here, which is also a radio. The radio section of it is broken. That part could be fixed. But when it comes down to this Sony Watchman, I mean, I also should make a video about the Sony Watchman, but we're really actually fixating here on the iPod Color because the iPod Color is the cooler thing to look at. I thought that that was going to be an easy thing to do. To be honest, I was excited to try to get the iPod Color to turn back on, but it doesn't look like it's probably going to be an easy thing for me to make happen. But it should be. I kept it in a cool environment. I never let it get too hot in any place it was stored. It was always in a cool environment that potentially, is it working again? No, I can't see it. If I back up, yeah. Okay, so please wait, very low battery. Very polite for them to say. But this is retro tech for you. This is honestly like not the oldest of retro tech, but this is like the beginning of the iPhone. You see these two things right here? This is the iPhone. This is the iPod. Look how far we've come. And I used to watch Futurama episodes on this tiny screen and look at how big this screen is compared to this screen. There's probably like 2 episodes of Futurama on this, and It's either the Royal Tenenbaums or, gosh, what was the last movies I would like? It's either the Royal Tenenbaums or it's probably Singing in the Rain. I was obsessed with that. Oh, it's doing it again. It's gonna try. It's gonna try to turn itself on. I can feel that that's what. Oh, it's happening. And as the iPod tries to turn itself on, the Apple logo appears on this old iPod Color from the early 2000s. And does it make it past the logo to the menu? It does not. No, wait. No, it didn't do it. But it's trying. You can tell it's starting up again. The Apple logo just appeared back in there. This time it's a little different. Is it going to happen? No, now it just says, please wait, very low battery. Because this is what it looks like when I try to turn on my old iPod Color. What's it look like when you try to turn on your old iPod Color and then you get this error message saying, please wait, very low battery. Very dimly seen on the screen right there, but you can see it. Just very lightly because it's very dim. But do you have an old iPod Color from the early 2000s? And have you tried to turn it on? Is the battery very low? Is it not getting past the logo screen, going to the menu screen? Because mine's not going past the logo screen to the menu screen, and then it just goes back to this very low battery, please wait screen. Yeah. I'm going to unplug it. That was like 5 times. I think I need to post one of those videos. I've made enough of them to where I can watch multiples and just decide which one I like the most, but to be honest, I pretty much said the same thing in each one of those videos. I just made some backups because you never know. Honestly, when it comes to me making content, I work within the entertainment industry. I'm a multimedia creator. I direct, produce, and act, and I'm here creating live stream experiences for you to be able to watch me time and time again, and for you to also be able to check me out on the internet with short form videos as well, because this is the future of the entertainment, where we're just exploring the new avenues that can be used to grab advertisers and to create content to be sold and packaged, and this is here to be rewatched on TikTok. You can't rewatch it, but on YouTube and on Twitch you totally can. But are here in 3 different spaces of the internet because it's fun to be in these different ecosystems of the online environments that are basically just giant playgrounds, where I'm trying to remind you also that it's a playground. Have some fun being here online again. It's not about the bad news, the political news, or any of that mumbo jumbo out there. If you feel like you're being sold a lot of things, well, hopefully this live stream experience is just a place for you to unwind and potentially just relax and not feel like you're being told to buy anything or to think anything specifically. Just have fun looking at me. Have fun hearing me talk, and me trying to figure out how to get an old iPod Color to work has been exciting for me. Hopefully it was exciting for you. I'm probably going to wrap up this live stream pretty soon, being as these were the activities I had planned, and neither of them worked. I was hoping to get something to go onto this screen to at least make that accomplishment, but we also saw that the iPod Color does have an ability to almost turn on and then doesn't quite make it all the way. So I'm going to try to figure out how I can get this baby back on and how I can enjoy maybe the music and the sensations that are on here. Guess who's crashing? Oh, Ren, are you talking about Royal Tenenbaums? Is a really great Wes Anderson movie, by the way, if people aren't familiar with it. And Meowshly, thanks for the heart puff. And if you're cooking, Ren, be careful. The kitchen can be a dangerous place. Don't burn anything. Don't start fires in the kitchen. You don't want that. What's up with you, Spicy? It's nice to have you here. It's nice to have you in the room. Yes, it's an iPod Classic for you. This one's not the original. This is the iPod Color, and it is not really working. We were hoping to get either one of these to work or potentially even get video signal to feed into the Watchman. The Watchman is its own thing at the end of the day. It's really a great thing to actually still have. I could get a video signal to it. I need to figure out if I can put maybe GameCube on there. What quality does the GameCube end up not broadcasting? It sends a video signal. I need to look this up real quick. It's probably 400 by 600 still, because it's not HD. I believe the GameCube picture quality it might have been 720. 720 was just coming out around then, so It's 4:3, which is 480p. It should work because that's a 4:3. 400, 600. Yeah. Support by, all right. So yeah, so it's the 480. Which is still pretty good. For the time being, it did 480i and 480p. It did analog and digital. S video. Do I have an S video? I do not. All right, so there's no S video right there. We still got that static going though. Yeah, that's really where it's at. With the static and whatnot. Oh. I'll probably end up posting one of them videos earlier or in a little while that has the iPod turning on and giving the display message. I did try to get it to work today, and I was actually like pretty impressed that it even, gave me any sign of life. I wasn't being negative in the way I was thinking of it. I just was like, the likelihood that the battery doesn't hold a charge anymore, I was expecting to have to leave it plugged in, but I'm surprised that it doesn't even let me do that. It can't turn on with the direct power source. It needs to have some of its juice in there, which makes me think that even my old laptop's not going to work anymore. We're going to check all my old retro tech in future live streams where I'll show you what it looks like when I'm doing it. It'll be This Is How live streams here on YouTube from here on out, and here on Twitch, it's just behind the scenes a lot of the time when I'm live streaming somewhere else where you can interact with other people. And here on TikTok, well, I do it when I can, and it's a lot of fun. Katie K's in the room. Nice to have you here, Katie K. We'll probably end up watching a movie later on tonight, Peaceful Kevin, or I might come back and do a Piano Talk live stream. We'll have to see what ends up happening and how late I end up coming home. But regardless, I will end up on the Discord server at some point tonight and do a voice chat watch party at some point where you can talk over my movie and you can watch where I inform you where it's playing, and you can watch the whole movie with the time code synced, so we're basically watching it at the same time. But that's later on tonight. Right now, what are we doing? I'm a little disappointed I wasn't able to get, we're going to set things back up to kind of go back the way they were. We're going to put the iPod over here. Gosh, I just really hurt my back right there. Getting older. Can't do stuff like that no more. Anyways, we're going to take the cables that I was using. It's nice that we still have these cables. Maybe I should get a new cable. No, that doesn't make sense. It was still giving it power. I think that the actual problem might be within the device itself. Although this cable it's ripping as I'm touching it, which makes sense. These cables were kept in a deep part of a bottom drawer for, oh gosh, such a long time. Maybe 5 years? Because there's this cabinet thing that I used to move around between places that I'd never unpack it. I'd just wrap it up. And this time in this move, I decided to take everything out of it because there's just too much crap in there. And it's like, there's no way that there's stuff in here that I still want to really keep. And then these are extensions that should be helpful. I'll end up using those later. We can put that down right there. We still have the Sony Watchman right there. This is the controller for this. Maybe we'll set this back up the way it was, which I'll show you what I'm up to with the screens being split. I'll still use some technology in the rest of this live stream so you can see me do some stuff. We're going to move this little TV over here. I'm going to flip it around. Perfect. Right? You can kind of see it. You can't see it over here on TikTok. But there is an HDMI converter right here. We'll use this piece. That's not going to work. This piece? Yeah, this one will work. All right. Come on, you got this. The HDMI just doesn't really want to go in, but it did. It went in. All right, so then we grab the other end of this one, and I believe it was 2, and then we take 2. And that should work. Yeah, I think it's working. I think it working indeed. So you can see that Mario's here and here. That's Mario Odyssey for you. And, you know, he just threw his hat. You can't see it here on TikTok, but gosh, you can definitely see it here on YouTube, and you can definitely see it here on the Twitch live stream. And I guess just for the time being, we'll just kind of hang out and be in this live stream for a little longer, being as I do have the time to hang out with you, and you have the time to maybe hang out with me. Now is a great time for people to also feel free to ask me any of them questions. When it comes down to retro technology, we did just play with some retro tech, and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but hey, we could potentially grab the GameCube or the N64 and try to get that to show up on this little screen. But if I walk away to get those things, it might take me too long to get back over here. And honestly, I don't like walking away when I do live streams. I don't like looking away from the camera and providing you with an experience where you're just awkwardly waiting for the subject to come back into frame. And as the subject of my live stream, I love to be here for you as it is happening, rather than, you know, like off to the side, talking off camera or something like that. You know, I do feel like the live stream experience wouldn't be what it is without you know, me in it, but also without you in it too. That's right, you as a viewer matter to me as well, and I do appreciate you coming in and being here. Thanks for watching and making it a special place and space for me. I do have fun doing these live streams, and hopefully you have fun watching the live stream experiences. They are here daily, so keep coming back for it. I do try to get the you know, the interesting aspects of life recorded as I try to do tasks for you to be able to rewatch them. Sorry if this is too personal, but what is your favorite N64 game? What a great question to ask in the chat on the TikTok experience. That was by the Burrito Girl. I would say my favorite one, besides like Zelda being really highly addictive, and, you know, Diddy Kong being super fun, when it comes down to like the games I played, I don't want to say GoldenEye, but like a part of me really feels like on the N64, just feels really cliche, but it's very true. GoldenEye was like, it was just a lot of fun. Yeah, I think it would be GoldenEye, but I there's so many games. Banjo-Kazooie was the only game I beat on my own, and that one's way up there too. It's hard to pick just one. Diddy Kong was always fun, but I always needed help. GoldenEye was really great. It was just too much fun. I think I have to give it to GoldenEye because I just had so many memories playing with so many of my friends, and we would play for so long. I don't know if you feel the same way, but if you do want to share in the chat or even on my Discord server what your favorite N64 game is, or if you're rewatching this live stream and you want to write it in the comments, feel free to comment below and leave a message of what your favorite N64 game was. I am always someone that loves talking about the Nintendo 64. You didn't have a Nintendo 64? Dr. Mario? I don't remember Dr. Mario, but Dr. Mario does sound fun. It does sound like a fun game. Now you can see the screen that's behind me, and I'm going to move this screen so then I can see behind me as well. No, I can see what's behind me. We got to push this back this way. I don't want this to fall off, so we got to also make sure it's nicely in position. Perfect. Cables are where they should be, and I've got a screen in front of me, a screen behind me. You can see what I'm doing on the screen behind me. I'm playing some Mario. You're here for it if you're here for it. I can also read the chat. and I'm Benjamin James Margadichin doing these live streams for you to be able to watch me on a daily basis. If that's something you're looking forward to doing on a daily basis, well, I'm happy to be providing you with that opportunity. We're in the woods playing Mario Odyssey. I don't know where I'm at, honestly, in this game. I got past that sand level. I've never played this game before, but you can dimly see it. Actually, it's not super bright on the TV behind me, but you could see it nonetheless, and that's really what's important. There's the hat place that I just came from, so I guess this is the level I'm in. I guess I can climb trees. Are these guys bad guys or good guys? A servant of the Bowser monster is illegally accessing our flower supply. Yeah, this is definitely a forest that's going through a situation with Bowser being Bowser. That's right. He's just doing things. It's a Tetris game. Yeah, I've never played it, but I do remember it. But I didn't have Dr. Mario. But Dr. Mario did sound like it was fun. Hey, look, a boombox. I don't know if you see that. Anyways, welcome to the live stream. It's a place, it's a space here on the internet for you to be able to watch me and other people that are in the live stream are also chit-chatting. So it's not just, hey, look, a bunny. Oh, how nice. Am I supposed to catch the bunny? I'm supposed to catch the bunny, aren't I? Well, the hat can't catch the bunny. Hey, look, I got one of the moon things. Welcome to the live stream. It's turned into me playing Mario Odyssey instead of me doing retro tech, which is still set up right here. I just was hoping to play Mario Odyssey on the Sony Watchman, but I wasn't able to figure it out. But I think I'll be able to. If I had a Radio Shack, I'd definitely be able to get those adapters to make it happen. But you know what? When it comes down to it, Radio Shack it just isn't around anymore. Anyways, thanks for being here, guys. I am doing this live stream experience for you to be able to rewatch later on today, but there won't be a live stream experience of me cooking and eating dinner, which is something I normally do like to do, but I might live stream randomly out on the go. Who knows? Regardless, when it comes down to me making content, I do try to make it a fun space and place for me to show up for you, and hopefully you're making it a fun space and place for you to show up for me. I don't know. We're just kind of moseying around and looking at some stuff as I wait for the next area I need to go to, which you know, not pressured on time. Regardless, this live stream's only going to last for about 10 more minutes. There's other things that I should probably be doing besides playing Mario. Even though this is a very fun game, and I've been having a good time playing it so far, I only started playing it like 2 days ago. Oh, I'm getting a greetings from this guy. Water, food, flowers, soil. What does the want from this kingdom? I'm not sure. That's my phone. Okay, so we're definitely going to end this live stream in about 15 minutes, but I do appreciate people being here and being part of it. Do feel free to keep coming back for future live streams. We'll thank the moderators at the end. I'm just going to see what ends up happening when I click water. What? Really? As the locals might say, that does not compute. Pay attention when people speak, even if they use flower. Well, I knew that... Okay, so I push A... So he basically told me to answer with flowers. So you are correct. Perhaps that wasn't much of a riddle. Anywho, proceed. All right, so I guess I made it into the next area. You had Circuit City. Did you ever have a Fry's Electronics in your area? Everyone went to the one in Burbank. That one was the one to go to. The one in Burbank was really popular. It shut down, sadly, during COVID, but it was like the last one, too, for a little while. And if you're familiar with Fry's, well, they had pretty much everything. They did shut down after COVID. They announced that they were just going to file for bankruptcy. They were having problems before that. We all saw it. If you were going to Fry's, you definitely felt like the store was going under, like 5 years before even COVID ended up happening. The store started being weird. It wasn't always fully stocked. Oh, just leave the poison to me? What? What do you mean? You're a hat. What are you going to do? Oh. Oh, he can clean up Poison? That doesn't make any sense, but I'm not going to question it. It's a Mario game. A giant turtle ends up stealing a princess. So logic isn't necessarily what's important when we play these video games here on the interweb. Anyways, thanks for being here and being part of it. I don't know who you are, where you are, or what you're up to. The live stream experience is going to come to an end soon, so be a follower if you're not one already, and do feel free to subscribe and like and share and be in the conversation in future live streams by showing up to my Discord server. You can also be in a unique experience that basically lasts 24 hours. So hopefully that's something that you're finding to be entertaining, and hopefully you're having a good one. One life left. One life. I had to respond to a text. Yeah, I mean, this is Mario for you. Doing things with this hat. I'm kind of just killing time a little bit, but you know, I do got to stop this live stream, and when it comes down to it, I've actually really wanted to play this game for a while. So you're watching me also need to, like, you know, wrap it up and stop the live stream, but also not continue to play Mario and this Mario Odyssey game, which Mario games are great. Mario 64 was also a lot of fun on the N64. We were talking about the N64 a little while ago, and when it comes to that game, I couldn't beat it. I had to ask for so much help. I did get to the end. I did end up beating it, but not by myself. I needed help from friends. Oh, good, we're at like a save point. Good, we're at the Iron Road entrance. And that's where we're at in this game of Super Mario, where you could be part of it if you want to be part of it by interacting with me and other people in the live stream. You're basically a part of it, even though you're not physically with me. You can observe me, you can like the live stream, you can share the live stream, you can be here for it as it's here happening. I did kind of lose the momentum of having a structure of what was happening in this live stream because both projects just didn't really pan out. The first project was me trying to get a feed to the old Sony Watchman from the Switch to the Sony Watchman, and then another one of the things that I was trying to do was trying to get the iPod, my old iPod Color, to start working, and it didn't. And if you were here for all of that, I really appreciated you watching me go through the process of trying to get that to work and then trying to get the other thing to work and dealing with the fact that it said, please wait, low battery. But you know, it does say quite a bit about, you know, me being able to take care of the things I own to a degree. This still ends up working, but that one doesn't end up working, and there's really nothing I can do about the battery in the iPod, but I did my best at trying to make sure that it was in a good storage space. Cold environments are good for old tech. My favorite old tech is probably my iPod Color. I used it like 10 years ago in 2015, and I was happy to see that it's still where I left it. I guess I just wasn't really thinking about it, but it is nice. Uh-oh, I have to jump. Yeah, those are like rotting things. Oh, these piranha plants are all infected with whatever's going on here. It takes too long to clean everything up. If I clean it all up, does it come back? Good, now I have health again. Anyways, thanks for being part of my live stream experience. The live stream over on YouTube and on Twitch are going to be cut off in just a second. I'll still live stream for a little longer here on TikTok before I sign off, but we're going to stop the live stream here on YouTube and here on Twitch first. If you're watching here on YouTube, well, I want to thank my moderators and also remind you to follow me on this platform of YouTube. And you can also check me out on Instagram and on my Discord server. And you can be also checking me out in other spaces and places of the internet, like on Lemon 8 and I guess whatever we call Twitch or Twitter now, whatever we call that. What, X? Anyways, if you do want to be part of the conversation in future live streams, I always encourage people to talk in my live streams, and that's only possible because we got great moderators, which I want to thank each of my moderators that come into my live stream on a daily basis, not because they have to, because they want to, and they interact with me and other people out of the kindness of their heart, and I really do appreciate them coming in and helping me keep it, PG here. It is a challenge, so it wouldn't be possible without them, and I really do appreciate them, the moderators that are here on the live stream experience of YouTube are Brandon, Liz, Gabby, Peaceful Kevin, Sarita, Bonita, Danita, Bonita, Juliet, Miranda, Rosanna, Noah, Leo, Dougie, Lauren, Natalia, Jam, Ray the Gatekeeper, and Kajal. Kajal the Foxy Citalita. Those are the moderators we have here in the room, here on the YouTube experience. Thanks for watching here on YouTube. I'm going to cut this live stream in just a second. It was a lot of fun being here with you. Hopefully you had fun being here with me and you enjoy the live stream experience or the rewatchable experience that is its own standalone video. If you are rewatching this live stream, you might want to go over to my profile to see if I'm live right now. On pretty much any of my social media profiles, I might be live, and you might be able to interact with me and other people in real time, so you might want to check that out. It's pretty cool. Thanks again for watching here on YouTube. I do appreciate you guys coming in and being part of the conversation and being part of the live stream experience with liking and sharing the live stream. It's always appreciated. Be a subscriber, and I'll see you next time, because I do live stream every day, and I try to do at least 90 minutes, which we did right now. This was 90 minutes for you. And also here on Twitch, we've got moderators and people in the room too, so thanks for being here. We're going to end this live stream in just a second. I didn't forget about you, but this live stream is really coming to an end. I'm going to come over there and stop this live stream in just 1 second. So be a follower, be here for it if you want to be here for it, and follow the other people that are in the room if you made some friends. Also join that Discord server of mine to be well informed on when I'm live streaming next and where I'm live streaming, on whichever platform I end up live streaming on. But thanks for being here on YouTube. I'll see you guys next time. If you're watching here on Twitch, well, Twitch, that live stream's about to end as well. But I'm still pushing stop on this live stream. I didn't forget about you. Thanks for watching me here on the YouTube experience, and I look forward to seeing you in future live streams. Toodaloo and farewell for now. Bye-bye now.